last week we recorded an episode and it didn't go as planned. There were definitely some things said that probably shouldn't have been said, some information we didn't get correctly. We're gonna try to correct it. But before we get started, hit like, hit subscribe, and share with your reptile loving friends. This is the Reptiles With Podcast. All right, last week we spoke about the thing that happened in the beginning of the year where a reptile company threw away a bunch of animals at a reptile expo. Okay, we said a couple of things. People had comments.
Like what?
What did the people say?
That we completely misinformed everything under the sun.
How?
The big thing, the big thing. I'm actually gonna pull up the comments real quick. The big thing was that I think it was you that said that the animals were all dead.
Yeah, I did not see any photo or video of anything alive.
Yeah,
in the trash can.
But the big thing is that people got mad because they said that we should have done better research.
I mean, are people saying that some were alive? Yes, but none of them look alive.
Well, I actually have videos and some
Do
were,
you?
yeah,
No
some
way.
were clearly
Show me
alive.
right
yeah.
now.
We're gonna get there.
Show me right now.
We're gonna get there. So
that changes things.
Yeah.
I've never seen that.
Yeah.
When I saw people posting it on their stories, it was just photos of dead shit.
Yeah. Okay, I guess
Whoa.
because the reason why I have my laptop out is when this all happened and when I was like going over the comments, I try my best to really not like let like comments and shit like that get to me. But this was like such a specific thing that I was like, I feel bad. I felt bad, because it affected so many people in a way that they should not have been affected. And I wrote down a whole bunch of thoughts and stuff like that. So I'm gonna preface with what I wrote, with what I needed to get out, and then we're gonna go over the whole thing. Okay. All right. So the first thing I want to say is that I think we all need to take a step back from using phrases like misinformation off the bat, trying to accuse people of absolving or justifying disgusting behavior. Our current social/cultural environment should be proof that we need to be a bit more nuanced when confronting people you have disagreements with. Now, for the context, because context matters, and there was definitely some context that was missing from last week's conversation. We did get messages saying that we were spreading misinformation, and I need to correct that. I was under the impression that all of the animals that were found were dead, and that we need to do better research. From what I saw and from what I was told/heard was that there were animals still alive. That there weren't any animals that were still alive. Apparently, there were animals still alive. A person that found the animals commented on our last episode, and I have the information that they gave us. Also, for context, one of us had said that this happened, that because you had mentioned this is just what happens in the pet trade. And at face value, I see how that sounds right off the bat like a justification of the person's actions. But the missing context is that the person that said that is constantly talking about how it's unacceptable for things like this to happen, but that it's like the most scummy part of what like this industry can be, and that people like don't usually talk about it and just hide from it, and just they don't keep it as like public information. So like that's like a big part of like context that was missing when we're having this conversation. And it's like, I know that we have people that watch this podcast that, you know, they've been with us for like a long time, you know, and we kind of expect everybody to know who we are. And this is an instance where we had like new people watch it that had no idea what was going on. It's just like, I get it. So yes, we were incorrect, and we're speaking about this again I'm speaking about it because I want to hold myself accountable and correct my mistakes. And I do apologize for saying the things without having all the information, because that's not what my intention is. And I acknowledge that it's like irresponsible, and like I do have like embarrassment about it. So to sum this up, it was disgusting and unjustifiable behavior, in my opinion, that vendor should be barred from shows, and they should get charged with animal abuse charges. In this podcast, we are human, and we are going to get some stuff wrong. We're going to miss, and in the process, we're going to joke and we're going to be wild, and we understand that this podcast is just not for everybody. It is what it is. Do you guys have any other feedback other than what I just said?
Yeah, I mean, I didn't see much of the videos and stuff either, so
Yeah, I
for
mean
that, you know,
Yeah.
my bad.
here's the thing. Like, we're not a news station. I don't like. We
Yeah,
sit
yeah.
here and have to be like the news. You should not come to us for everything. You know what I mean? Like, it's not how it works. And we're gonna fuck up one episode, fix it the next. Like, that's just how podcasts work.
Yeah.
Like, that's just how it is. So I wouldn't even say it's misinformation. It's just we didn't have everything out
At that time.
Yeah, at that time.
Yeah.
Now we do. Now we change our opinions. That's normal as fuck. So I'm not gonna say I'm embarrassed for any of that.
Yeah.
I'll be completely honest.
Yeah.
Because
No,
that's
you don't have
just-
to be. I was.
No,
Yeah.
I just think that's just how media works, and we're not a news station.
Yeah.
We're not a newspaper. We're just hanging out, talking shit about what's going on in the moment. And if it's wrong, you have the right to comment what you did.
And they did.
Yeah, and then we go through the comments, and then you do this, and then that's it. So I think if you come from a place of like, I hate these guys because they're misinforming, then you don't understand what it is that podcasting is. But if you're coming at it from a perspective of, hey, you fucked up, you said this wrong, here's the facts, we can actually look at them like we're about to do and go, okay, this is fucked, this is right. And I think that's how most things are like. It's not a news station. It's not
Yeah.
We're not scientists. We're not fucking none of that. We're just three regular ass motherfuckers.
Yeah. And so this is the thing. So I don't feel embarrassment that in this instant we get called out and we get told misinformation. That's the part. That stuff I feel bad about because something happened to the person that exposed this thing that was like negative. So I feel bad. What I feel embarrassment by is more like in general, a lot of the times I feel like I should be better informed. And that's the part where it's like embarrassing, but it has nothing to do with like, oh, I got called out for something and I feel embarrassed.
Yeah.
You get me? It's more of like, I don't feel, because I mean, dude, this is, for lack of a better term, this is more of a comedy podcast that has to do with reptiles than it is about like we're reporting the reptile news. It's a bunch of friends hanging out.
Yeah,
like,
but it's like, you
that's
gotta do
what
better
this is.
research. Google it, bitch. You can't find it. Like, it's not as easy as that.
Yeah. So, but this is the thing. So, the stuff that got posted around, there are videos, and there's animals that are alive in this fucking bag. Like, it's like not even like, oh, the animals were almost like expired. Like, no, dude. Like they were like,
I want to
yo,
see.
we're getting there. We're hyping this up.
God damn
We're
it.
building it. All right.
We haven't
So
seen before.
So
Fair.
this was the comment from the comment from one of the people that found it. So I found the bags at this expo along with my wife, nephew, and friend. My wife and I stopped on our way to load our car because we saw a baby leopard gecko moving in a deli cup through a clear trash bag. These bags were sitting on the floor, not in a trash can. Some were by a trash can, others just sitting on the concrete floor of the venue after the vendor had packed up and left. There were 4 to 5 trash bags of dead animals with animals still alive alongside in the bag. We had to go through each bag and double and triple check to ensure what was dead and what was alive. We grabbed other remaining vendors to come help. I believe there was somewhere between 12 to 15 animals that were still alive that were rescued. All of these animals died because they chose to ship during an unsafe shipping window. Temperatures were way too cold to ship across country. Even with an insulated box and proper heat/face packs, their shipping boxes were discarded too. Some had insulation, some didn't. All had shipping labels with their info on it. Bonehead fucking move. We found no heat packs or face packs in any of the boxes, so it's no wonder these animals died. I get it. Things happen and go south in this industry, but it definitely could have been avoided. The next thing they said is the animals die. Where was I? These animals died because of improper shipping practices and ignoring safe shipping windows. I heard their shipment was delayed a day. I've had boxes get delayed 5 days before, and they still arrived alive. It was the worst thing I've seen at a reptile expo. I held dead animals in my hands. I've only ever dreamed of owning. So sad to see them end up like that. So that was the initial comments from the person. I asked them if I can share the information. They just said, just don't say the name of the people
involved. Yeah.
No, don't bring their name into it.
Yeah.
And because the person that actually ended up exposing this after such a long period of time got banned from the expo.
What?
For what?
For what? For posting it. For posting the show.
What expo?
The Super Show in California. Yeah. I think it's that one. Misinformation. It's the Super Show. Yeah.
I want to know. That.
Yeah. Somebody then commented saying, I see, thanks for clarifying. Seems like the dead and poorly discarded animals were due to vendors' inability to ship properly and not in any way related to the expo or promoters. It was mainly because of shipping. The way expo promoters were dragged gave an impression that they failed to provide adequate care during the event. Like failure to provide electricity to booths, etc. I mean, I don't know to this point. I don't know if the person that shared this information said something negative about the expo. That I do not know.
That might be it because I'm trying to think too what could
I don't remember
that, but
yeah, if we use Occam's razor and just like, I mean, maybe there was something along the lines, or maybe the expo didn't like the negative information.
Like PR problems.
Yeah,
of the actual.
But the vendor doesn't.
Expo.
That's crazy.
Yeah. I mean, so far, what's your feedback on?
No, I mean it's entirely like
changes it.
The thing is too, like, what I was worried about when I first heard that, like, we got a bunch of stuff wrong. It was like, oh, like, it might sound like we're like defending in a way, but that's not the case. This is just making it worse.
Yeah.
Like, it was way worse than what we had originally thought. And it just makes it more sloppy because they're talking about the shipping and stuff, and yes, that is a big fault. But at the same time, like, it's just, again, it's sloppy. Like, they threw animals out at the show. Like, that's stupid. Like, why?
Yeah.
Why? It doesn't make any sense.
Bonehead.
It's just stupid.
Bonehead as fuck.
You know, and that's why, like, when we talk about a lot of this, the bullshit that happens, like, with Sam Pruitt and all that other stuff, it's like, I'm not surprised. I'm not shocked.
Yep.
It's more so just, like, a continuous disappointment. It's like, well, I mean, of course I don't support it. It's just like, oh, this guy did it this time? Who knew? Like, it's
not surprising.
it's not surprising of who done it and all that stuff. So
this is
like,
I mean, you guys know who it is. It's a Florida vendor. It's
doesn't help.
I'm sure after this, I'm gonna get confronted.
Oh yeah,
we run into similar expos. I don't know them. I know who they are. I have no personal relationship with them. But there's mutuals and stuff like that involved. So. Yeah,
it's close enough to be confronted.
Yeah, I mean, whatever.
It is what it is. I mean, they did the fucking wrong thing.
Yeah. It is what it is.
They're gonna leave you in the clear bag outside the expo too. It was nice knowing you, Yoshii.
Yeah, I guess so, dude. No, it sucks, but you know what's funny is that we're probably gonna end up getting comments about like, oh, you guys are just walking it back and whatever the fuck, whatever it is, what it is.
Comments
now,
are comments.
Let's go over these videos, my friends.
Hold on, I want to say too. Like from what I said on the last podcast, like you said, like I have a very low view on what it is, the reptile hobby. That's why I said what I said. It's normal because it happens all the time. I don't like even the deli cups, the fucking animals in tubs. There's fucking black throat monitors and shoe boxes. I don't fuck with any of it. I think the hobby's shit. Okay, keep going.
Yeah. Actually, to clarify before I continue, we're teasing the fuck out of this video. To clarify, what you're saying is the thing is that
the normal is fucked.
The normal is fucked. For the people that are here, that it's around probably like the first time that they're watching this. Chuck is in the zoology field, in the zoo field. Like he's participated around the reptile side of keeping, but he's distanced himself from a lot of those things because he doesn't agree with some of these things that the reality is that they do happen. It's not okay. These are the things. It's good that this stuff is coming out because this shit should not happen.
Yeah, I've seen it happen a million times and nobody even knows about it, and everybody keeps it under the rug, and everybody just applauds to each other, and it's like, oh, you'll do better next time, and it's like, that's where I'm at. Yeah. I don't fuck with half of it because of it.
Yeah. All right. These are the animals. So you can see here. I'm not gonna play any of the audio, but animals alive. That is a miscellaneous dart frog standing up, living what should be his best life, but is not. I think this is a. I mean, I don't. Do you see that rainbow bow in the back?
Thing is dead.
Yeah, it's dead. And then I mean, this is probably stuff that they just like picked out of the bag, is from what I'm assuming. And there was, so that's just one example. Then I have this photo of clearly an alive bearded dragon.
Straight up bearded.
Yeah. Right here you see, I think that, no, that's a blood python.
They would not throw out a Doomerals.
Yeah, I think the blood python's alive. At least it looks like that in the photo, but clearly that is a bag of dead snakes. Next,
Clear bags.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
I'm not allowed to show this on YouTube, am I?
Why?
Am I?
Why?
Because of like dead animals and stuff like that? I don't even know, dude. We're doing it live.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah, I mean, I'll put it up and we'll see how it goes. And then this is just like a photo from one of the people that posted it, and you can see here like just bags and bags, and I mean that animal right there looks alive. So the person that posted this is called Dee Dee's Plants. Okay, from what I'm understanding, is Dee Dee's Plants is the one that got banned from the super shows. I also want to give a shout out to Tarantula Cat. She really is the one that kind of like clarified a lot of this stuff for me. I did respond to a lot of people on the thing to like, yo, like, yeah, we got it wrong. Give me the information. Pretty much not a single person responded back in the comments. I reached out to her and I was just like, hey, what is exactly the stuff that's going on? She gave me the discourse. But yeah, that is what happened, dude. How are we feeling?
I mean, it's fucked, but what's really gonna happen about it? Like, what's really gonna happen? What's anybody gonna do?
It's gonna keep happening too, unless something like. The thing is too, like the things that would need to happen for that stuff to stop happening is not realistic for the way the industry works.
Yep.
So.
Yeah.
It's the sad truth. It's just what the industry is, and like what we said on the other podcast, like look at Slither. He gets to do whatever the fuck he wants.
That's actually a future podcast.
Oh, future. Fuck.
Just say it all in
Spoiler alert,
reverse.
somebody brings up Slither again. No, you're good.
Travel through time.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's like, is it bad? Yeah, it's horrible. It's also all over it. Even the people that you look up to, half of them are part of shit like that. And
It's
like,
stuff that has happened in the past. I think it's I think that hopefully going forward stuff like this doesn't happen anymore.
I think it's just gonna get put more under the rug. It'll still happen.
Yeah.
And then you'll still support those people without even knowing them.
And that is the thing of why you said what it is that you said.
Yeah.
Which is why it's like it's the shit that happens and this stuff.
It just gets hidden.
Now, in my opinion, and because somebody listening to this might be like, oh, they're anti-pet trade. In my opinion, I like talking about this stuff not because I want this stuff to get banned more than it is, hey, let's bring attention to this so that way we know that there's
accountability to it.
There's accountability, there's consequence to it. I would not, I mean, dude, don't patronize this place. Do not do that. Like, don't give these people your money. Like, that's just
thing
that.
is, what sucks is that not everybody always knows that that's where the animals are coming from.
Even if they know, they don't care because they've bought it from them and it's the cheapest place to get it.
That's another thing too. Like a lot of the animals that come in don't go through many. Like there's a small handful of people who are bringing animals into the country and stuff like that, and it's like you can usually like they're all coming from the same few sources, so it's not like you'll always know that this animal has not been touched by said organization or this and the other.
Yeah.
If you trickle it down, the whole industry supports them.
Exactly.
Yeah. Damn.
Yeah.
And that's the truth. Hey, I gotta be. People are gonna be. Oh, you're so negative. I see every side, but
yeah,
you all support it. We all support it.
Yeah. So
money trickles down.
How do we feel about what happened with Dee Dee's plants being barred from these shows.
That's fucked
sus.
up.
It's very sus.
Yeah, that's sus and fucked up. And honestly, shit, more people should talk about it, and it should be.
And that's the thing. So something that I had like mentioned within conversations with people, just like, oh, so like nobody's like defending her. Apparently, like one of the only people that's defending her is Inspire, and even I mean nobody's really talking about it. Nobody. I mean, I think that's kind of like messed up.
And that's another thing. Like you want to comment on our shit, but who's really defending this person? It doesn't seem like anybody. People just want to talk, but nobody's really doing shit. Because if you think about it, like the shows are made by the people that visit. You're the person that visits.
Yeah.
If you put pressure, you get to mold that company however the fuck you want.
Yeah.
You could hurt their pockets if you wanted to. You can do so many things, but who's really gonna do that? Because everybody wants to go have fun and see reptiles and poached reptiles here, poached reptiles there, inbred fucks.
So
doesn't matter. Unless people really want to stand up and do something about it like that, and I don't know, do have more of a push. That's how other companies do it. That's how many other companies do it.
Yeah.
Like outside of reptiles.
Yeah. Now, I guess actually what we could talk about real quick is, hey, like, yeah, what they did is, I mean, you have to know how to fucking ship your animals, dude. I mean, you have to understand that there is shipping windows, okay?
There's something we don't know.
About the situation?
Yeah.
I don't know, but
it's just too
if
dumb.
this happened in the beginning of the year, I mean, it's the coldest part of the year.
Yeah.
I remember, if I'm not mistaken, this year was like an extremely cold time, and there was a lot of issues with shipping. Dude, I personally never want to ship anything to a home that's in the 30s low, in the 40s low. In winter, ship to a hub, and even then, that's not fucking, that probably isn't safe. Okay, we have the technology to use heat packs. We have the technology. There's so many cryo packs that are available now. There's so many people that are selling all of these kind of equipment. And there's no reason, if you're shipping a big box of animals, why you should have a singular heat pack. There's times where I've within the animal places that I've worked, received animals, and it's a 16-inch box, 16 by 16 by whatever the hell it is, a square box, and there's a singular heat pack in the middle. And it's just like, dude, like, the heat is just going in the vicinity of where that is. Like, put two, or put a heat, and then put a couple cryos around the fucking thing. So that way, whatever's not getting heat up, if there's cold touching the box, it's the cryos are at least absorbing the cold, it's I don't understand how, especially a company that is frankly in the business of importing importing animals. It's just like you should be more than familiar with understanding the temperatures of the animals that are supposed to be coming in. And then on top of that, guys, like, when we're talking about imports, when we're talking about these kinds of practices, like, the reality is like, that kind of shit happens to these animals when we're bringing them in from a country. I mean, when you go outside, right? I know that you probably have a different opinion on it. You've argued with Tino about it, about how, like, you say that animals are in better shape, like in their natural habitat and stuff like that. I think that that's kind of like a relative term. Like, they're in the shape that they're supposed to be in like the wild, right? Versus in our care, they're kind of like heavier because they don't have a lot of space to roam. A lot of times we're breeding them, which can lead to obesity and stuff like that from overfeeding. But Uromastyx, you take a Uromastyx out of the wild, the animal is not what it is when you see them in captivity, when they're a little bit more rotund. They're a skinnier animal. Sometimes they have wrinkles because of how hot it is where they're from. Okay, when you're bringing them in and you're sending them in numbers and sending them in droves, it's just like, dude, like, that's the issue that we have. It's just like, you're gonna lose animals, like, and it's like, these are the practices that we have to think about in the reptile trade, about how much of this is right, how much of this is wrong. And I hope that the next generation of people that are coming up and the newer people into this are, like, smart enough and can, like, hopefully use this as a source of information. But it's just like, yo, like, be smart about the animals that you want to get into, and like think about like the effect of where they are that they're coming in from, and if it's even worth that effort. I just kind of rambled. I'm sorry, guys. I went on a thing.
Wow. It was good.
Was it?
It makes sense.
Dude, can you believe we're getting sponsored by the biggest reptile company yet?
I can. We just gotta tell Yoshii, see what he thinks.
All right, Yoshii.
Oh my god, this is not what it looks like.
This video is sponsored by Morph Market, the world's largest marketplace for reptiles, amphibians, and even arachnids. Buy directly from verified sellers. Whether you're a first-time keeper or a hobbyist, Morph Market connects you with the best in the hobby.
I use it for shipping.
Always use Morph Market for your next reptile. Let's keep on going.
All right, we all know reptiles need bugs. And what better place to look for your bugs than online? Not just any place, at dubia.com, because on there, not only can you find dubia roaches, you can find hornworms, you can find mealworms, and Discord roaches for your Florida folks. And while you're at it, you can go and scrolling through on their website. They also sell really awesome front open enclosures, super easy to build. So this is a nice example of one of their 4x2s, and I'm currently working on saving up to get some of those 4x4s, so these little carpet pythons can get nice and big and look awesome.
I really do find pleasure. Not sexual pleasure, chill, guys. Come on. We're adults here. This is the new source of information, all right? I do find pleasure in, I get really happy when I produce an animal and it's something that I've been working really hard at, you know? And I get it to...
The easiest animal to breed.
No. Not the ball pythons, always. But like the skinks, when like this year, I produced so many blue tongue skinks, okay? And a lot of them are like looking like things that I only dreamed of. Like, I'm so excited for this pairing because like there's a specific thing that I want the animal to look like going forward in the projects that I'm working. And then when I get to share that excitement with like other breeders, you know, when I sell an animal or trade an animal to another breeder, and then they get the same excitement, or even at the price point for pet owners, when I sell an animal to somebody that's going to have, you know, this as a pet, and they're excited, they want to know all this information, like that gives me so much fulfillment, because I feel like I am giving up, like it's kind of like a piece of myself to that person, and we're like in the same space of like sharing it. And then even the communications that happen after that, when it's just like sending me photos back, like I really do get happy about that, you know? So like that's the kind of shit that's like the best part of this. And then we have the worst part of it, which is like the stuff like this shit that happens,
The origins.
and that's the thing, it's like
The origins are bad.
yeah, this is like a lot of the stuff that has happened in the past, and it's just like how do we rectify this kind of behavior?
The thing is, I think like animals and reptiles have become such an object for money that it doesn't matter. It's whatever makes you money fast enough.
Of course, there's going to be ways that you can like in terms of how to get rid of it, call it out and do better. It's easy to call things out, but are these companies really going to do better?
Yeah,
because it's gonna. The thing is, it just doesn't go together. Like when it comes to like having an animal business, especially when you're importing and stuff like that, the animals are going to be the sacrifice. It is the business model. Like unfortunately, that's just how it is. You cannot make a profitable business if you're doing what you should be doing. If you're truly doing right by these animals, you're not gonna have a business.
I don't entirely agree with you.
In the scale that they're doing it is what I'm saying. Like,
well, this is the thing, is that the only one that's worked, and I know this is the funny one, the only one that's worked is ball pythons. The only one that's worked. Because there are...
What do you mean, though?
The biggest ball python breeders, they were able to make it work just with captive bred... Rephrase that. With having captive bred collections. Okay? A company like, and this is just hearsay, a company like Canova, all right, is really only dealing with captive bred animals.
Yeah, but they're also on a different playing field of what they're selling to.
Somebody, I forgot who it was, just did a podcast on it. Like, even those people, if they have animals that don't sell for a lot, they just freeze them. That's another thing.
That was a while back. Wasn't that? Or is that recent?
Recent. I just
what
saw
we were
it
talking about was more like when you have too much stock.
Yeah. Well, that's what somebody did that on a
goes hand in
podcast.
hand.
And, yeah, spoke about that again.
That's fucked.
How a lot of people,
But-
they don't say it, but they have too many animals, they just freeze them. Why? Because it's an object and you don't want to give it for cheaper because then you fuck up the market. Once you make animals a market, the animals will be fucked.
That's the point of the game. That's what. That's
It's not about the animal anymore. It's about making money.
So that's like the thing that I am fucking trying to crack the code in. That is like the thing that like eats me alive. And I don't know. I always say this kind of thing, but it's like I don't know if it's because exotic animals were not my whole fucking life before I stepped into this world. I don't know if it's because of that I have like a different view of it when I'm trying to make these things work, but it's just that like frankly, you guys know the thing that I did for the mutual place that we worked, right? Could I not, in theory, do what I did and play that role and make a living out of it? Could I not?
Yeah.
Could I not? As a matter of fact, there could have been a time where between you, me, and a mutual friend of ours, we would have had access to animals. We had the knowledge, more of the knowledge of how to function a physical location, and we had a person that knew how to completely make the space online. Could that not have been a situation where it would have been just like, move this over here?
Yeah, but then you grow it, and once it gets big enough, it goes to shit.
But this is the thing. It's just that, like, I, frankly, don't really want to deal with imported animals like that. I do not want to do that because
It ends bad.
it just like the pit in like my stomach that I get seeing like too many animals either like crash or like arrive not alive, and it's just like that's uncomfortable. Like I don't know how to fucking describe. I have to be careful with the things that I say because there's shit that's signed and stuff, but it's just like, dude, like I don't know, and it just like it makes me think. Sorry, I'm having a fucking crisis right now, guys. I'm so sorry. It makes me think, like, not to be overly dramatic, but I'm just like not made for this. Like, I don't know.
I think for me, I used to think the same as you. Like, I try to see the positive, but I just realized like it's a bunch of people with a smile that put a lens over all of it.
Yeah.
And then everybody watching from the outside say, "Oh my God, this is great. This is for conservation. The animals are doing great." Behind that lens, you do whatever the fuck you want because not everybody will defend you no matter what because not everybody thinks you're doing good. And in reality, like, there are some practices that those people would think is wrong, but you don't talk about it.
Yeah.
As long as you don't talk about it and they don't know, they don't understand we have to.
Yeah.
They don't understand what we have to deal with. I don't want to put these animals down, but I have to. I want these animals to come in and live, and I try my best, my very best, but they just die. It just happens.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's like that mentality behind the lens, where it's like I get it, and once animals are in, like I'm all for taking care of the animals and trying your best. Don't get me wrong, but whenever you make a whole business out of it, it just goes south. It's just not a clean business. It's not a good business. It's just you making money out of living creatures as much as you can. Taking them from the wild, they die in the process. Come in, parasites, they die in the process. You don't have a vet on hand that can help any of these animals. You don't have any knowledge of some of these animals. Everything is on cocoa husk. Doesn't matter if it's an arid or rainforest animal. Doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Why? Because the normal is everybody use cocoa husk because that's the easiest thing to sell to people. So it's like all of those things together. Once I see the whole animals as a whole, bro, if you think about it, even bioactive enclosures or enclosures people built, it's a copy paste everywhere. Nobody's looking into the animals. Cocoa husk, fake plants, hides. Every animal, doesn't matter. Blue tongue skink, bearded dragon, leopard gecko, ball python, everything's kept the same. And that's what we teach. That's what we teach. That's the hobby. That's what that's the educational hobby. That's just what it is.
Yeah. Mind you, there's nothing wrong with cocoa husk.
No.
The thing that's wrong is
It's
that
how you use it.
it's how you use it.
It's like
and that,
just slap it on everything. Doesn't really matter what the animal needs.
and that's the thing. It's just like I think about this shit, and I'm just like, I don't know how to make it a thing. And you guys know that I want to do just that as my full-time situation. But I like look at the numbers and I try to make sense of it, and I try to say, well, if I do this, then maybe I can do that. And if I get rid of this and maybe move that stuff around, I can do that. But then it's just like, to what extent am I willing to bend what are like my own morals? Because the reality is like, if I cannot feel good about what I do, then it's just not worth it. Because as much as I like doing the thing, like it'll never it just won't make sense. I don't, and I'm not trying to be on a high horse and say that I'm ethically better than the next fucking breeder. That's not what I'm trying to say. It's just that like I don't know why I'm like that. I don't know why I'm like this.
I mean, I think it's a good thing. I'll say I've tried speaking out about it, and then the whole industry just comes after me, and it's like, all right, you guys all want to keep animals this way, and you want to look this way to the general public, and then everybody shits on you, and then you're like, no, this is the right way. Yeah. Go ahead, buddy. You lose every time.
Yeah. I mean, dude, like, I'm not, and I know this is kind of against a lot of what was just said, but I'm not, like, against the importing part of it. I'm against a lot of these numbers. Like,
against the business model.
It's just like, dude, like, you find a cool fucking animal that's like one of one and like whatever, like the, early stages of a lot of this ball python shit, like that doesn't really like irk me. But when it's just like, yeah, but we have to fucking import 10,000 for it to be financially viable, and then like, so only so many of them are gonna make sense, and then it's just like, when we start to think about that, it's just like, dude, what the fuck are we doing, dude?
And if you think about it, none of those people even care about the animals in the wild. They don't know the numbers. They don't know if they're doing good or bad. They don't care. It's just like, oh nope, this is the amount of money I can make out of them. Yeah, that's all that matters. Yeah, I'll bring in 10,000. I say 6,000 die, then I'll make $2,000 out that group. That's
dude,
fine.
like, even like, to make it like, I guess even, I know that I said like the only thing that is like truly profitable just by like watching people do it is like ball pythons and stuff like that. Like, clearly people have made business plans selling ball pythons, but also at the same time, it's just that like, but now, even though ball pythons has been like the joke of like the easiest animal to breed, now it's even easier than ever, because, and I think that the technology with like shed testing is cool. Like, I think that, oh dude, like the science is there where we can do something like that and really like find out what's in these animals and like cut the fat, cut the bullshit that like a lot of people just market these animals with different names to try to like one up and whatever. Like, now we don't have any of that, and now we don't have to deal with pos heads and whatever, because we could just shed test and pay for it and whatever. But it's also like, the fact that we've made this so fucking easy is also like, there's the other side of the coin where it's like, now it's like easy for anybody to just jump into this and like mistreat an animal because it's like the easy thing to do, and I think I could just make some money off of it, so I'm gonna cut all these fucking corners and just try to make a quick fucking buck. And it's just like, I know that eventually I'll shed test an animal, but I've never done it to this day, because I'm just like, the excitement for me is producing it, and like, I finally fucking hit it. I finally did this. And it's just like, yeah, maybe I can get there faster, but then it's just like, I don't know, man. I don't know.
It's a money scheme, bud.
Maybe I'm just not that guy. Maybe I'm just not that guy.
It's a money scheme. That's why I stay in my little zoo, and I just want to do research in the wild and learn about animals in the wild and be smarter than everybody else, because everybody else, if you think about it, is below me. All you know is Cocoa Husk.
Bro, we're at Cocoa Husk. He's on Aspen.
As a matter of fact, bro, when Daffy came down,
yeah,
I blew his fucking mind.
Yeah,
and I was like, yeah, tell your Canadian friends I'm God. Tell them I'm Jesus. I literally would look, dude. I would look at the temperatures, the time of the day, look around. I was like, all right, corns are starting to move. Boom, corn. Yeah. He's like, what the fuck? All right, moccasins. 3 moccasins. He's like, what the fuck? All right, mud snake, crayfish snake. What's a crayfish snake? Well, a crayfish... Fuck, there's one right there.
Oh, my God. Chuck starts licking the floor and is like, oh, EDB right there.
Yeah, like...
I would have been so pissed. I accepted everything else. If you guys would have found an EDB, I would have fucking...
Dude, listen.
I would have quit.
Listen. My point is... the hobby, like everybody, oh, well, we breed this, we have so much knowledge.
Go outside.
Like most people don't use that knowledge within science because everybody knows most things in the wild where they're from. Maybe we don't know here, but they know it there for the most part. Yeah. And also, you don't look into your animals and what they actually live like. You just want to breed and sell. And that's very different from what I wanted to breed, bro. But I wanted to breed because I thought everybody was like me. I wanted to be a breeder because I thought everybody thought like me. And then once I figured out nobody thought like me and I spoke out and people were like, nope, shut up. I'm like, all right, fuck all of you. And now I'm greater than everybody else.
Do you think that that's kind of what I'm going through right now?
Yes.
Fuck.
Damn.
Yeah.
Because I started realizing as I'm like going this like journey with the documentary, I started realizing I'm like, dude, I'm trying to find, and it's because like I get creative about these things, and I start to think, am I just trying to find every which way to make a fucking living off of just doing something that I enjoy, or do I just enjoy the breed? Like I'm trying to like think of these things, and I'm just like, even with the animal, like a sub, I'm not gonna say which species. You guys could fill in the blank, but with the specific animals that I breed, I'm like, but where is the art in what it is that I'm doing? Like, where is the fucking like vision? Like, am I just copying pasting every fucking year because I know it's gonna work? But it's just like, where is like the fucking fuel, the passion? And that's just that's how I thought about like music. You get me? Like, and it's just like that's where I transferred a lot of that energy into the reptiles, and I had it in the beginning, and then now it's just like, and it's like, I know people are gonna be like, dude, you're just fucking burned out. It's like, it's not a burned out thing. It's just like I'm kind of like seeing past a lot of this stuff, and I'm just like, now it just the scientific method, copy and paste, and it's just like, dude, I don't know, man. I don't know, dude.
For me, it like
I don't know.
I tried breeding ball pythons, and then everybody was lame.
And I love ball pythons. I really do. I
mean, they're
enjoy
cool.
them.
Like
yeah.
I hate them fakely, but they're alright. I understand why they're what they are. And
He
some
said
of them
it,
are
guys.
Cool. Yeah, I said it. But I think I see that same thing with like once I started working at the zoo and I started training animals, reptiles specifically. I'm like, holy fuck, how far can I get without getting fucked up? That is. And then from there, like, social media blows up. I'm like, holy shit, what stories can I tell? What dumb shit can I do without getting fucked up? And then I started herping, and it's like, holy shit. Like, this is how you know.
Yeah.
This is how you know. Because you can keep a corn snake in a fucking tub your whole fucking life. I'm going to tell you right now, put me outside and put you outside. You don't even know where to look. You don't know what the animal needs, how the animal moves, when the animal moves, why it moves. You don't know a fucking thing, sir. You can breed as many corn snakes as you want, and you don't know enough about the animal to know how it lives. That's fucking crazy. Dude, when Daffy came down and he found a corn snake, I did not know he owned a corn snake. First of all. I see it from far, I stop. And I was like, oh shit, some type of rat snake, yellow or corn. He's like, what the fuck? What do you mean? It's a fucking corn snake. He looks around. He's like, where does it come from? I was like, we're here, dude. He's like, no fucking way. So I run out. I grab it. I was like, yeah, here. And he's like, bro, what the fuck? He starts looking around. He's like behaving how it's supposed to and all this shit. And Daffy's like, I need pictures of this place. He starts taking pictures of this place. He's just like, he didn't understand where it came from and why it comes from a place like that. But at home, he keeps it a certain way. He's like, this is so fucking different than I expected. And it's like, because we're taught fucking wrong. We're taught wrong. We're taught something that just works. And it's copy, paste, copy, paste, copy, paste, copy, paste, copy, paste. It's just a care guide that everybody follows.
Finding the right substrate is a paramount part of reptile keeping. And if you're looking for the best cocoa option, we recommend Cocoa to Go. Cocoa can be used for reptiles, amphibians, and even plants, so they're perfect for any kind of setup. So we make sure to use Cocoa to Go. Let them know that the Reptiles With Podcast sent you.
Oh my god.
I'm going to keep note of that.
I hope, like, honestly, I don't want most people to become herpers. Fuck all of you. Those are my spots. And half of y'all will become poachers anyways. So I don't want anybody to do what I do, but I'm very happy that I do what I do. Yeah. If that makes sense.
That's another whole can of worms there.
Yeah. I don't want to inspire nobody to do what I do. Fuck y'all. Fuck all of y'all.
Not inspiring.
Stay in your fucking tubs or whatever. I don't give a fuck. I'm having a great time out here.